Okay, hello everyone. Good morning. Am I audible? Good morning to all. Am I audible? Thank you. Okay, so in last lecture, we had completed the Newton forward and Newton backward, and then after we had started this third method to predict the intermediate value based on the given tabulated form. Okay, and if it is unequally spaced data, okay, for equally spaced we have two methods. One is the forward and second is the backward. And for unequally spaced data, if data is not equal, okay, means the difference between two consecutive terms in this argument x are not equal, then we can apply their Lagrange interpolations formula, otherwise the Newton divided difference formula. Okay, so that formula we had discussed in the last lecture, how we can predict each and every term. Okay, and after that we had implement this formula to the example in this yesterday's lecture. Okay, f of 9.2 by using the following table. Okay, now you can check that the data is not equal. Okay, means it is not equally spaced data. And for this case here, method is already mentioned. Okay, we'll derive the answer by using Lagrange interpolations formula. Okay, so first you just derive this formula. Okay, based on this data. If it is a four value are involved, then formula will be different. Okay, if it is involved two value, then this each step will be the different. Okay, right now the three values are given in this table: the x0, x1, and x2. Okay, so as per this three value, we'll first define this formula. Okay, and then after replace the value from this table. Okay, and take each and every step. That is a simple calculations here. Okay, just difference and divisions only, and we can get the answer. Okay, and now after that we can also verify this answer. Okay, y of 9.2, that is the 2.21, and we can also verify that the 9.2 are lies in between 9 to 9.5. Okay, so answer of 9 when x0 is equal to 9, y0 is a 2.19, and x1 is equal to 9.5, y is a 2.25. Okay, so answer of 9.2 should be lies in between 2.19 to 2.25. Okay, आपका जो आंसर है वो रेंज में होना चाहिए. ठीक है, and that is the correct form of answer, and that is approximate answer only, not an exact answer. Okay, and after that we have discussed this second example. In this example, the four value are given in this table. Okay, and by using this Lagrange interpolations, here method is not mentioned, but we can easily predict that which method is suitable for this data. Okay, 5, 6, 9, 11. So it is unequally spaced data. Okay, so here we'll apply the Lagrange interpolations to predict the answer. So first we'll define this formula, and it's very easy now to predict each and every step. Okay, first here we'll skip the x0 in numerator. Okay, and now use this x0 in place of x in the denominator. Okay, and second step is for the x1, skip x1 in this numerator and use x1 in place of x in the denominator. Okay, and third term is for the third value, that is x2, skip x2 in the third term and use x2 in this denominator, each bracket. Okay, and the last term is for the x4, sorry, x3. So skip x3 in this numerator and use x3 in place of the x in the denominator. Okay, सभी वैल्यू आपके पास है. ठीक है, as per the table, and replace the each value. X is also given in this example. Okay, and simplify each term, and then after all we can find the required answer. Okay, so that is our required answer, 14.66, and we can also verify that answer because Here it is 14.66. So answer of 9, the value 10 is given that x is equal to 10. So answer of 9, that is 14. Answer of 11, that is 16. So answer of 10, okay, function's value at x is equal to 10 should be lies in between 14 to 16. Okay, so it is here 14.66. So it is the correct form of answer, and we can consider as approximate value. And after discuss this one, and we had completed this example in the last lecture, okay, and answer will be minus 0.75 for this data. Now today we'll discuss remaining two examples, okay, related to this theory, and then after we'll start next month. Okay, so next example is here. Find the second degree polynomial. Means here we'll identify the equation, okay, of this data. Which mathematical equations we can consider when we replace x is equal to 0, we get y is also 0. When we replace x is equal to 1, we get y is equal to 1. And when we replace x is equal to 2, we get y is 20. Okay, so we'll predict mathematical equations by using the Lagrange interpolations formula. Okay, here not a one input value is given that you have to predict the y of 1.5, y of zero point 0.5, and so on. Okay, that is not given here. Here first question is that find the second degree polynomial. Means आपको एक polynomial define करनी है by using this Lagrange interpolation equation. Okay, and after that use the polynomial. Means first we'll predict the polynomial, and then after we'll directly replace x is equal to 3 to this equation, and we'll find the f of 3. Okay, so this is the questions is given here. Data is there 0 0 1 1 and 2 and 20. So what is meaning of that? 0 and 0, the first value considered as x, second value is a y. Okay, that is a x, that is a y. Then after 1 1, thus x is 1, y is also 1, and third is a 2 and 20. So x is a 2, y is a 20. So you can consider as a tabulated form. Okay, if it is data are given in such form. Okay, so you can consider this tabulated form as per this given. So x is 0 1 2, the first value that is considered as a values of x, and second value that is considered as the values of y, 0 1 and 20. Okay, and then after we'll define this formula for this three value. Okay, you can also mention this notations here if it is required to you, otherwise you can write directly the formula. Okay, that is x0 x1 x2, and that is y0 y1 y2. Okay, and now the first term, that is a part for x0, so we'll skip x0 in this numerator. Okay, so it will be x minus x1 x minus x2. Okay, and now use this x0 and replace in place of x, so it will be x0 minus x1 x0 minus x2 into the product of y0. Okay, and then after second one, that is x1 y1, so skip x1 in this numerator in the second term. Okay, and use x1 in place of x, so it is x minus x0 x minus x2, and now use x1 in place of this x, so it will be x1 minus x0 x1 minus x2 into the product y1. Okay, and last term, that is for x2, so it will be x minus x0 x minus x1. In this denominator it will be x2 minus x0 and x2 minus x1 into the y. Okay, so now replace the value as per the given in this table, and consider x as it is here to predict the polynomial. Okay, in this all previous example, we had replaced the one value here, okay, which mentioned in this example. But right now we find the polynomial, the second degree polynomial, by using the Lagrange interpolation. So we'll consider x as it is in this all step. Okay, in each step. So in the next step, that will be you can consider the notations. Okay, that is x0 x1 x2 if it is required. That is not compulsory you to mention such notations here. Okay, that is obvious. That is y0 y1 y2, that is 0 1 and 20. Okay, and this formula we have x minus x1 x minus x2. So okay, so we'll consider x as it is in this formula to predict the polynomial. ठीक है, आपको इक्वेशंस डिफाइन करना है, तो यहाँ पे जो x है वो आप as it is रखेंगे. ठीक है, so the first term, that will be x minus 1 and x minus 2, because x1 is a 1, x2 is a 2. Okay, and now denominator, that will be the constant value there. So x0 we have 0, and minus x1, and x0 minus x2. So 0 minus 1, 0 minus 2. Okay, into the y0 is a 0. Okay, so this term will be the 0. And now next term, that is x minus x0 x minus x2. So it is x minus 0 x minus x2, that is a 2, and denominator replace x by 1. Okay, by x1, so it is a 1 minus 0 1 minus 2 into the y1, that is equal to 1. Okay, and now third term, that is for x minus x0 x minus x1, so it is x minus 0 into x minus 1, and now denominator in place of the x will replace the x2. So x2 we have 2. So 2 minus 0 into 2 minus 1 into the y2, that is the 20. Okay. And now simplify each and every term. Okay. That involve the x. Okay. Each term involve the x. So we'll get one equations at the last. Okay. If it is involve one constant value, let us take a 5 here. So we'll get one constant answer at last. But right now it is involve the x form. Okay. So first we'll simplify each and every term. Okay. And then after we'll consider one final form as a one types of polynomial. Okay. And polynomial should be in this form ax square, otherwise whatever the power ax to n, then after ax let us consider b here, bx raised to n minus 1. Okay, and so on. This is a form of polynomial. First it should be the higher term. Okay, higher power, then after decreasing form. So here the first term will be the 0. Why it is a 0? Because in this product the 0 is given. Okay, so y0 is 0 there. So when we simplify this term, okay, and when we multiply with the 0, the final output will be the 0. Okay, so answer of first term is 0. And now answer of second term, that is x minus 0 means x. Okay, and here it is a x minus 2. Let us consider as it is that x minus 2 divide by a 1 minus 0, that is a 1. Okay, and 1 minus 2, that is a minus 1. Clear? Into the 1 means the term itself. Clear? So denominator, that is a minus. Okay, 1 into minus 1, that is the output is minus 1. So this positive, okay, यहाँ पे positive है, that will convert to the negative. Okay, and it will be a minus x of x minus 2. Okay, the second term, this is the answer of second term, minus x of x minus 2. Clear? And now third term, that is x minus 0 means x into the x minus 1. Okay, and denominator, that is a 2 into 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 0 means a 2, and 2 minus 1, that is a 1. Okay, and into the 20. So remaining that 20 by 2. Okay, so here remaining is a 10. Okay, and all terms are positive. Clear? So it will be 10x into the x minus 1. Okay, 10 shift to this as multiply with x, so it will be the 10x. Okay, and into the x minus 1. Clear? So this form you will get after the calculations. Okay, after simplifying each and every term. And now again simplify that, multiply x to the inside. Okay, and derive one final form. So it will be 0 as it is, means you can also remove the 0 there from the first term. Now remaining is minus x into x, that will be minus x square. Okay, and minus x into minus 2. Okay, that is both are negative, so it will be the positive 2x. Okay, that is minus x into minus 2, it will be the plus 2x. And now third term, that is a 10x into x, it will be 10x square. Okay, that is the third term. And last term, that is a minus 10x into minus 1, it will be minus 10. Clear? And now simplify that, there is a two terms of x square, 10x square minus x square. So remaining is a 9x square. Okay, and here it is a 2x minus 10x. Okay, 2x minus 10x, so it will be the minus 8x. Okay, so this polynomial you will get after the simplification. Okay, so that is our required answer. Okay, and we can consider as a one types of equations, one types of polynomial of this data. Okay, and that is our y of x. Clear? And it is called second degree polynomial. Why it is second degree polynomial? Because highest degree of this equation, that is a 2. Okay, so we can say it is a second degree polynomial. Either you can say it is a simple polynomial, otherwise you can also say it is a mathematical equations of this given data. Okay, and we can also verify these equations for this data. Okay, how we can verify that? Okay, consider this value. Okay, this point. Okay, when x0 is 0, y is also 0. So replace x is equal to 0 there. Means consider x is equal to 0. So what is answer of y? That is also 0, because दोनों में x involved है. ठीक है? When put x equal to 0, both term will be the 0. And then after put x is equal to 1. Okay, the second point, x1 is equal to 1, y1 is also 1. So find values of y. So it is a 9 of 1 minus 8 of 1. Okay, 1 square, that is a 1. So 9 minus 8, that is a 1. Clear? So it is also verified. And now third term you can also verify y of 2. So y of 2 answer, that is a 9 into 2 square minus 8 into 2. Clear? Just replace x equal to 2 there. So 9 into 4. Okay, that is the 36. Clear? And 8 into 2, that is a 16. 36 minus 16, that is a 20. Clear? So we get a 2 comma 20, means when x is equal to 2, y is a 20 there. Clear? So this way we can verify that, and you can it is a correct form of the equations for this data. Clear? Correct form of the equations for this given data. And now in this questions, okay, there is one value is given that you to predict f of 3. Okay, use the polynomial to find the f of 3. Okay, so now replace x equal to 3 there to the equations and check the answer. Okay, so now answer for x is equal to 3. Okay, that is our required answer. X is equal to 3. So f of 3 will be, otherwise y of 3 is equal to 9 of 3 square minus 8 into 3. Okay, so 3 square, that is a 9. Okay, and into 9, that will be the 81. Clear? यहाँ पे 81 आएगा. And 8 into 3, that is a 24. Clear? That is the equations we have, and replace x equal to 3 to this equation, and that is 81 minus 24, and 81 minus 24 will be a 57. Okay, so that is answer of f of 3. It is equal to 57. Clear? And we can find any value by using these equations right now. Okay, you can consider any value in between this range, either you can consider outside the range also. Okay, and we can predict that answer. Clear? So f of 3 is equal to the 27 we'll get after replacing the x is equal to 3. So is it clear to all this polynomial type questions? Is there any doubt to anyone? Okay, so when we in this questions, if it is given identify the polynomial, okay, there derive the polynomial. So in this case, okay, in this formula, okay, we'll use it as it is the formula that, but we'll consider x as it is that. Okay, we'll not replace any constant value in place of x. Okay, to predict the polynomial, we'll use x as it is that, and then after just simplify this all the term. Okay, by using such mathematical rules and so on. Okay, and we can easily derive this appropriate form. Okay, and after you can also verify that if it is incorrect. Okay, अगर आपने कहीं पे गलती की है ना, we get one wrong data here. Okay, so after you can verify this, the point are already given in this questions. Okay, just use any one point and verify the answer. Okay, when x is equal to 0, we get y is 0 or not. Okay, so if we consider here suppose कि मैंने कहीं पे गलती की है, I get one get a positive here. Okay, in place of the negative I derive the 9x square plus 8x answer. Okay, so obviously it is incorrect answer. Why it is incorrect answer? So I will use this point. Okay, and to verify this equation. Okay, so let us use x 0 0, that will be correct one. Okay, you will get answer is 0, but use another one, that is 1 and 1. Okay, so replace x is equal to 1, so here we get 9 plus 8, and that is equal to the 17, and we are not matched with this point. Clear? So you can also verify this equations here, it is correct or not, by using the verification cycle. Okay, so that is the questions, and you can also solve some more example related to that. Okay, there are some example are given in this assignment also, just practice it by yourself. Clear? And if it is given the polynomial, okay, derive the polynomial by using this Lagrange interpolations method. Okay, just first define the formula then. Okay, and then use x as it is in place of the x. Okay, x को as it is रखना है to predict one types of polynomial. Okay, and after that the last question is here of this uh, concept. It is one real life example is given that here one data is given that for velocity. Okay, velocity data is given that for any body, a body is moving with the velocity v. Okay, at any time t, satisfy the data. Okay, this data are given for t is equal to 0, velocity of any body, of any particle you can consider here car, any bike. Okay, any model you can consider here. Okay, that is for random body moving with the velocity v at time t, satisfy the data. Okay, when velocity time is 0, then after time is 1 second, you can consider 1 second, either 1 minute and so on. That is 50. Clear? Here it is second is given that, so we'll use the second. So 1 second, that is the velocity of this body, that is a 50. Then after at 3 seconds, velocity of this particle of this body, that is a 12. Okay, and then after 4, at 4 seconds, that is the 10. Clear? So by using the Lagrange interpolations technique, okay, by using this formula, here we'll identify, obtain the distance, means how many distance this body will covered, okay, in this 4 second. Velocity of this data is given that of this. You can consider any part here, okay. You can consider car, bike, any uh, concept you can consider here, okay. So obtain the distance travel in 4 seconds, okay. How many distance this particle, this body will cover, okay, in this 4 seconds. And then after you also identify accelerations at the end of the 4 seconds. Clear? So how we can predict that distance? Clear? So first we'll identify the equation of velocity. Clear? Because the values are given that, okay, that is 0, that is a 21. Clear? At 1 second that is a 15, at 3 seconds that is a 12, at 4 seconds that is a 10. So which type of equations this velocity is follow, okay, for this data? So first we'll predict this equation, that will be our velocity equation, okay. And then after, by using the formula of derivative, we'll consider the velocity formula that, and then we'll predict the distance. Clear? So by using this Lagrange interpolations formula, we'll identify the equations of this data, okay, means we'll derive the polynomial of this data, and that will be our velocity equations which follow this data. When we put 0, we'll get 21. When we put 1, you get 15, 3 for 12, and 4 it is get 10, okay. So first consider the formula of Lagrange interpolations. You can consider the T notations for that. Either you can consider x0, x1, x2, any notation you can use that. Okay. So the formula of Lagrange interpolations means, by using the Lagrange interpolations, by using Lagrange interpolations, the formula for velocity. Okay. If it is given xy, by using this equations we get a y, but right now it is t to v is given, that time and velocity is given that. So by using this formula we'll get a v. And now formula for that, it will be x minus x0, x minus x1, x minus x2 formula. Right now it involves the t and v notations, okay. So we'll use these notations to predict the form. So it will be t minus t1, okay, and it is a t minus t2, and it is a t minus t3. Okay, that is our t0, t1, t2, t3, and that is v0, v1, v2, v3. Okay, that is similar. In place of x, we'll consider t, and in place of x0, x1, x2, x3, we'll consider t0, t1, t2, t3. Okay, and here it will be t0 minus t1. It is a t0 minus t2, and it is a t0 minus t into the v0. Okay, and plus next term, that is a t minus t0, t minus t2. Okay, and t minus t3, divide by that is here t1 minus t0, okay, t1 minus t2, and t1 minus t3. Clear? Into the v1. Clear? And then after third term, that is here t minus t0, okay, t minus t1, and here we'll consider t3. Okay, we'll ignore the t2 and use now t2 in place of t in the denominator. Clear? That is the third form, and it is the v2. And now last is the t minus t0, t minus t1, and t minus t2, divide by a t3 minus t0, okay, t3 minus t1, and t3 minus t. Clear? Into the v3. Clear? So replace all the data as per the given table, okay, and simplify that, we'll get one polynomial. Okay, so here we have the data is 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, and here it is the 21 and 15, 12, and 10. Okay, this data are given. So replace all the value and consider t as it is here. Okay, so t minus 1, t minus 2, t minus 3. Okay, divide by now 0 minus 1, t replaced by 0. So 0 minus 3 and 0 minus 4 into the 21. Okay, that is the v0 plus second term, that is the t minus 0. Now skip 1. Okay, t minus 2 and t minus 3, divide by next term, the denominator, that is a 1 minus 0, 1 minus 2, and 1 minus 3. Okay, into the 50. Clear? And now third term, that is the t minus 0, that is the t minus 1. Okay, and now skip 2, t minus 3. divide by, now use the 2 now, 2 minus 0, 2 minus 1 and 2 minus 3 into the 12, clear? And the last term that is here, t minus 0, t minus 1 and t minus 2. Okay, skip now 3 and use 3 in place of t. So 3 minus 0, 3 minus 1. Okay, and last is a 3 minus 2, clear, into the 10. So solve it, okay, simplify the first term, then after second term, okay, then after third term, clear, and then take the LCM of this all data, all this four term, will get one polynomial. Okay, I write this direct answer of this one, but you have to verify this answer. ठीक है, आपको ये आंसर वेरीफाई करना है, आपको सिर्फ इसको सिंप्लीफाई करना है चारों टर्म को, ठीक है, and use the proper LCM, okay, and identify one final form. So final form that I write down it here, 1 by 12, and you just verify this answer, okay, by yourself. Try it. That's very easy. That, okay, just simplify first, second, third term and then get one final form that is involve a 5t cube, okay, then after here 38t square, then third term that is a 10 of 5t, okay, and here it is the 252, 1 by 12, okay, 12 will be the LCM of this data, okay, and then after first term the power of t cube, that is minus 5t cube, 38t square, minus 105t and plus 252, that polynomial you will get after the simplification. ठीक है, आपको डायरेक्ट नहीं लिखना है यहाँ पे, but you can easily derive this form. So verify this answer by yourself. Clear? Just try it by yourself. You can easily check it. So just take the screenshot of this page, okay? And after the completion of lecture, in free time, you just practice it, how we can get this polynomial. Clear? So that is the velocity equations, okay? That is the velocity equations, and we can verify these equations also. Okay, when we replace t is equal to 0, okay, when we replace t is equal to 0, you will get 21, okay. T is equal to 0, replace karo, so 0 plus 0 minus 0 means 3 term will be the 0, and remaining is the 252 by 12, okay, and 252 by 12 you will get 21. Clear? At 0 the velocity given 21, so you can verify this equations also, it is the correct or no, clear, by replacing the 1 or 2 3 points, okay. So this is our velocity equations for the data, okay. That is the velocity equations for the body. When it is 0 second, the velocity of the body is a 21. At a 1 second, velocity of the body is a 15. At 2, that is a 12, and at a 3, that is a 10, okay. And that follow this data. Clear? This equations is follow this data. And now you have to predict the distance. ठीक है, आपको find क्या करना है? To find the distance travel in 4 seconds, means कितना distance cover किया है वो आपको predict करना है, ठीक है. So how we can define the distance? Clear? So as we know that, okay, let us use the notations for the distance first, and then after we'll write this term. So s is the distance, okay. Let us consider small s is the distance of the body, okay, traveled in time t, traveled in a time t, okay. Let us consider this notations for the distance s, okay. And as we know that velocity is equal to, what is the equation of velocity? Velocity is equal to a ds by dt, okay. That is one formula of physics. The velocity is equal to the ds by dt, okay. Velocity is follow this rule, okay, follow this derivative ds by dt, okay. And we have ds by dt means the velocity is equal to the 1 by 12, and that is a minus 5t cube plus 38t square plus 38 t square minus 105t, okay, and plus 252. That is the velocity we have, means ds by dt is equal to this. And now you have to predict the s. ठीक है, आपको s define करना है, आपको s derive करना है. तो how we can define the s from this equations? Yes, anyone have the answer? हमें इसमें से s derive करना है, तो कैसे derive करेंगे? Which rule will apply here?
पहले dt को सामने देने का, बाद में इंटीग्रेशन कर देने का.
Yes, yes, very good, very good. Yes, good. Okay, here by using the integrations we can remove the derivative, okay. Derivative remove करेंगे तभी s define होगा, ठीक है. So by using the integrations we can remove the derivative, okay. So let's apply the integrations both side. Clear? Let's apply integrations both side and we get the s. Clear? So it means uh, v is equal to ds by dt. Okay, so apply the integrations. Here we get v. Okay, that is the integrations ds. Otherwise you can replace the dt to this side. Okay, here it is v dt is equal to integrations ds. Okay, and that is equal to integrations v dt is equal to the s. Clear? That is integration of derivative, that is the as it is form, that is equal to s. Clear? So here v dt is equal to this, and we have this equation. Clear? So, and here we have to identify distance traveled in this 4 seconds. Okay, after the 4 seconds, how many distance the body will cover. Okay, so v is equal to, means s is equal to integrations v dt. Clear? And the time is given that 0 to 4. Clear? After the 4 seconds, 0 से start हुआ, 4 पे end हुआ, so after the 4 seconds how many distance it will cover. Clear? So 0 to 4 v dt, and now we have v, that is the 1 by 12, take outside here because it is a constant term in this inside 0 to 4, and write as it is equals minus 5t cube plus 38t square, 38t square minus 105t and plus 252. Okay, that is the v is given. Take 1 by 12 outside, and now first take integrations with respect to t of this data, and then after use the limit. Okay, 0 to 4. So here integrations will be minus 5t cube, that will be minus 5t raised to 4 by 4 plus 38 t cube by 3. Okay, that is the rule of derivative integrations, 105 t square by 2, and it is a 252 into the t. Clear? That is the 0 to 4. And then after when we replace 0, okay, each term इन्वॉल्व द टी, सभी टर्म में टी इन्वॉल्व है, तो जीरो रिप्लेस करोगे टी की जगह पे तो पूरा जीरो हो जाएगा. क्लियर? सो जस्ट वी प्रिडिक्ट द आंसर एट एक्स इज इक्वल टू 4. ठीक है, आपको सिर्फ एक्स टी इज इक्वल टू 4 पे आंसर डिराइव करना, क्योंकि जीरो पे वो पूरा जीरो हो जाएगा. ठीक है, सो इट इज 1 by 12, and now consider t raised to 4. Okay, t is equal to 4, that so it will be 16 into 16, and 16 into 16, that is a 256. Clear? So it is minus 5 by 4, t raised to 4 means 256. Clear? So 4 raised to 4, that is a 38 by 3 t cube, so it will be the 64. Clear? 4 का cube होगा, and it is 105 by 2, that is a 16 here, and plus 252 into the 4. Okay, so 252 into 4, it will be 1008. यहाँ पे आएगा 1008 minus a 0. What is meaning of the 0? When we replace 0, it will be the 0. Okay, and simplify this term. Okay, you can find this answer in decimal form. So we'll get answer that is a 54.80. Clear? You can consider that is a kilometer, either meter. Okay, that is the, let's use the meter. Okay, meter per second. So that is called distance. After the 4 second, okay, the body will cover 54.88 meter. Okay. After this 4 second, means 4 second के बाद, okay, how many distance the body will traveled in 4 seconds, that is the 54.88. Okay, so s is equal to this, that is the distance for this body. And now accelerations that you have to predict. So what is the formula of accelerations? By using the velocity, acceleration a is equal to dv by dt. Okay, velocity with respect to t, that is called acceleration. dv by dt, that is called acceleration. Okay, so d by dt of v, what is the v? That is a 1 by 12 1 by 12, and it is a minus 5t cube minus 38t square minus 105t and plus 252. Okay, that is the v is given. Now find the derivative with respect to t. So 1 by 12 as it is here, minus 5t cube, that is a minus 15t square plus minus that is given, sorry, plus is there. Okay. 38 into t square, that will be the 76 into t, and minus 105. Okay, 105 into t, that will be 1, and 252 का derivative होता है 0. Okay, so that is the accelerations for the velocity value, velocity equation. And now at t is equal to 4, okay, the acceleration is equal to 1 by 12, and now replace t is equal to 4 in this equation. So minus 15 into the 4 square, that is 16, plus 76 into 4, and minus 105. Okay, so simplify this one, we'll get answer that is a 3.416. Okay, you can verify this answer also. Acceleration is equal to 3.14. Yeah, so it is one real life situations. We can implement the numerical technique that to predict an approximate answer. How many distance will covered in this 4 second? Okay, that is one data is given that when t is equal to 0, the velocity of any particle, okay, any body, any car, any कोई bike आप ले सकते हो, ठीक है, any car है, the velocity of that car of bike, that is a 21. Then after 1 second there is a 50. After 3 seconds there is a 12, means decrease हो रही velocity, ठीक है, that is in decreasing form. And after 4 seconds there is a 10. ठीक है, तो आफ्टर 4 सेकंड्स हाउ मेनी डिस्टेंस ऑफ दैट कार विल कवर्ड, ओके, वो आपको फाइंड करना है. तो पहले आपके पास वो इक्वेशन होना चाहिए वेलोसिटी का, ठीक है, कि बाय यूजिंग दिस इक्वेशंस दैट डेटा satisfied. Clear? So first we'll define these equations, okay, and you can verify this equation also by yourself. Clear? Just try it by yourself, you get some practice how we can simplify this type of questions and how we can derive one polynomial form. Clear? So that is one polynomial form, and that is called velocity equation, okay, as per the time. And now predict the distance. Let us consider s is the distance in the time t, and how we can define the distance from the velocity. So we'll use these equations. V is equal to ds by dt, and now आपको s को subject बनाना है, ठीक है, तो s कैसे subject बनेगा? By using the integration only, ठीक है. So apply the integrations to both sides, and here we get s is equal to integrations v dt, okay. And then after identify integration of v dt with the limit 0 to 4. Boundary क्या है? 0 से start हुआ है और 4 पे end हो रहा है, ठीक है. So how many distance will cover to 0 to 4? So find the integrations with respect to t, okay, of this equation. Replace the values 0 and 4, and you will get one answer that is a 54.88. Okay, that distance will cover at in the time t is equal to 4 seconds. Clear? And then after find acceleration, clear, that is the v dv by dt. A is equal to dv by dt. A means acceleration, and find derivative with respect to t first, and then apply t is equal to. So is it clear to all? Have you any query, any doubt in this question? Yeah. Is it clear? Have you any query, any doubt? Good. So now next method, that is the Newton divided difference formula. Okay, to predict the answer for unequally spaced data. Okay, first method is the Lagrange interpolation, and second method to predict the answer is Newton divided difference formula. Okay, NDDF, Newton divided difference formula, to predict the answer by using for the unequally spaced data. Okay, so first we'll derive this formula. Okay, means we'll prepare the different table. Okay, and then after we'll use this formula that, and we'll get idea what is meaning of the close bracket x0 x1, that is the x0 x1 x2, that is the third one x0 x1 x2 x3, that is x3 here. Okay, x3 and so on. Okay, so that is the Newton divided difference formula, and that is it formula, so y0 plus x minus x0 in the bracket x0 comma x1, that is one constant value. Okay, that is the bracket means one constant value. Then after next term, that is x0 minus x1, x0 minus, sorry, x0 x minus x0 x minus x1, and here it is the x0 x1 x2. Okay, and then after third term, x minus x0 x minus x1 x minus x2. Clear? And this bracket, and if it is required fourth term, then it will be x minus x0. एक ब्रैकेट आपको ऐड करते जाना है, ठीक है, x minus x0 x minus x1 x minus x2 up to the third term, and now in fourth term add one more bracket, that is x minus x3. Clear? And here you will get x0 x1 x2 x3 and x4 out. Clear? Multiply with this bracket and you will get an answer. So there is one formula, but which value we have to consider from this table, that is important. Okay, so that is the divided difference टेबल, इसमें से ये वैल्यू आपको रिप्लेस करनी, ठीक है. ये पूरा डिफरेंट है, इट इज नॉट सिमिलर to the Newton forward as well as Newton backward, but now it is a different one. will also consider this argument value, means the values of x in this first divided difference. Okay, then after the second divided difference and so on. So the tabulative value are given. You have to just mention in this proper way. Clear x0, then skip one line here. Then after x1, x2, x3, and here write y0, y1, y2, y3, and so on. Okay, this value are given in this example. So how we can define this first divided difference? Okay, so it will be, let us say notations a. Okay, so a is equal to the first value you will get. Okay, that is y1 minus y0 divided by x1 minus x0. ठीक है, आपको ये वैल्यू भी कंसीडर करनी है टू फाइंड दिस डिफरेंस. ठीक है, so it is a y1 minus y0 divided by x1 minus x0. In this forward and backward difference, we just consider this y values. Okay, y1 minus y0, y2 minus y1, y3 minus y2, and so on. But here we'll also consider this a difference. Okay, the difference of x also in the denominator. So here we predict the difference of these two value. Okay, y0 and y1. So it will be y1 minus y0 in corresponding to x1 and x0. So it is x1 minus x0. Clear? This is called x0 x1. Okay, it is the difference of x0 x1. So it is known as a uh, x close bracket x0 x. Okay, this here we mention the a notation that, but what is meaning of this a is known as a close bracket value x0 x2. Okay, that is the first divided difference. And now in second one, that is called, let us say, b1. Okay, and it is known as a y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x2. Okay, it is the difference of y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x2. Clear? The, let us say, it is a b1, and symbolically in this divided difference notation it is known as a x1 x2. Clear? That is the difference of x1 and x2, that is called x1 and x2. Clear? And now third one, that is the y3 minus y2 divided by x3 minus x2. Clear? That is the difference of this two value, y3 minus y2 divided by x3 minus x2. Clear? So it is c1, and in this notation we can say it is the x2 comma x3. Clear? It is y3 minus y2 divided by x3 minus x2. Clear? And then after the last one, that is a y4 minus y3 divided by x4 minus x. Okay, y4 minus y3 divided by x4 minus x. So by using this 5 value, we'll get a 4 answer as a first divided difference. Okay, we'll get a 4 answer as the first divided difference. That is the y1 minus y0, x1 minus divided by x1 minus x0, and so on. Okay, and that is called the x3 and x4. Okay, d1 is also known as x3 comma x2. Clear? So there is a first divided difference, and now by using this 4 value, we'll find the second divided difference. Okay, and the first value, that is equal to, here now you have the 4 new value, that is the a1. Right now it is the a1. Okay, a1, b1, c1, and d1. Okay, the 4 new value you have. So we'll get, how we can get a second divided difference? So it will be a b1 minus a1. Okay, it will be, the numerator will be b1 minus a1 divided by, and now this covered x0 to x2. Okay, this both value are in between x0 to x2, so difference in this denominator will be x2 minus x0. Okay, here we consider the 2 consecutive values there, and now we are consider the 3 consecutive value, x2 to x0, and here we consider x2 minus x0 in the denominator. Clear? Because the a1 b1 are in between x0 to x2. Clear? So the boundary of this x will be x2 minus x0. Clear? That is called a2, and you can also say that is a x0, x1, and x2. Okay, a2 is also known as the x0, x1, x2, and this divided difference notation. Clear? And now the next value, that is called b2. So b2 will be c1 minus b1. Okay, this c1 minus b1 divided by, and now it is the boundary of x1 to x3. Okay, b1 and c1 are in between x3 to x1, so it will be x3 minus x. Okay, in the denominator it will be x3 minus x1. Okay, and now the last, that is called c2. So it will be d1 minus c1. Okay, difference of d1 and c1, so it is d1 minus c1, and now d1 and c1 it covered to the x2 to x4. Okay, c1 and d1 are covered in x2 to x4, so difference will be x4 minus x2. Clear? In the denominator. Clear? So it is called a2 b2 c2, and you can also say this is a x1 x2 x3. Okay, that is notations for this one, because here we consider the difference of x2 to x3. Okay, and here you can say C2 is equal to the x2, x3 and x4. Clear? That you can consider this notation in place of that. So it is second divided difference. Clear? By using the A1, B1, C1, D1, we'll find A2, B2, C2. Clear? And then after third one, third divided difference, that is called A3. Okay, and by using this three answer, A2, B2 and C2, will identify A3 and B3. Okay, the two value. By using this three answer, we'll get a two answer right now. So A3 is equal to the difference of B2 minus A2. Okay, B2 minus A2 divided by X3 minus X0. Okay, it covered it. A2 and B2 are in between now, X0 to X3. So it is the difference of denominator, that will be x3 minus x0. Okay, and you can also say it is the x0, x1, x2 to x3. Okay, difference of x3 minus x0 will be in denominator. Clear? Because this range of this a2 and b2 are in between x0 to x3. Clear? So therefore we use the denominator, that is x3 minus x0. Clear? And then after second one, that is the b3. B3 will be C2 minus B2 divide by, okay, C2 minus B2 divide by the difference of X, that will be X4 to X1. Okay, the range of B2 and C2 are in between X1 to X4. So the denominator will be X4 minus X1. Clear? And you can also say the notations for this one, that is X1, X2, X3 and X4. Okay, close bracket X1, X2, X3, X4. That is notations of B3 only. Okay, B3, that is notation of A3. And by using the two value, we'll get our last answer, that is called fourth divided difference. Okay, fourth divided difference, and that is equal to A4, and A4 is equal to a B3 minus A3. Here it is the A3. Okay, not A0. B3 minus A3 divide by x4 minus x0. Okay, because the a4 will cover this, the boundary means x0 to x4 cover karega. Okay, so in the denominator it will be x4 minus x0. Okay, the last value of this column x and the first value of this column x, that is x4 minus x0. Okay, b3 minus a3 divide by x4 minus x0. Clear? So that is our formula to predict the y of x by using the Newton divided difference table. Okay, by using the Newton divided difference formula. Clear? Y0 plus x minus x0 close bracket x0 comma x1 plus x minus x0 x minus x1. ठीक है, एक bracket add करना है next term में, and here it is the value of x0 comma x1 x2. Then after third term, that is x minus x0 x minus x1 x minus x2, and here it is the x0 x1 x2, and that is x3. Okay, and then after next term and so on. Clear? So what is meaning of this value x0 x1? You can also use this notations if you have the space in this book, otherwise you can mention one unique notations for that. Okay, a1 b1 a2 b2 and so on. So here we'll use the a1 answer. Clear? Y0 as it is the first value, then after next value, that is x minus x0 into the answer a1. Clear? Answer of the a1, that is the answer a1. Then after x minus x0 x minus x1, use the answer a2, that is answer a2. Okay, that is also known as the x0 x1 x2 plus x minus x0 x minus x1 x minus x2 into the answer a3. Okay, that is the answer a3, that is b2 minus a2 upon x3 minus x3. Clear? And now last term, that for answer a4, that is x minus x0 x minus x1 x minus x2, again add one more bracket x minus x3 into the answer a4. Clear? So create the term as per the table. Okay, how many difference are given in this table? If it is up to the aq, then use the terms, okay, in this formula up to the aq. If it is up to the a5, then use this formula up to the a. Clear? That is arbitrary notation. Okay, a1 b1 जो मैंने notation यहाँ पे use किया, that is arbitrary notation. Okay, so we can easily understand this form. Clear? So that is the formula. First we'll prepare this table, that is the important. Okay, ये table important है, बाकी formula तो easy है. ठीक है? How we can predict the first divided difference, how we can predict second one, how we can predict third one, and how we can predict fourth. ठीक है? यहाँ पे कोई गैप नहीं, x0 to x1 डिफरेंस होगा डिनोमीटर में. ठीक है, यहाँ पे एक का गैप रखना है. ठीक है, इन द सेकंड डिवाइडेड डिफरेंस कंसीडर वन वैल्यू कीप. ठीक है, x0 to x2. ठीक है, then after x1 to x3 and here it is x2 to x4, that is x4 minus x2 x3 minus x1 x2 minus x0. सेकंड में 2 का गैप रखना है. ठीक है, इन दिस थर्ड डिवाइडेड डिफरेंस कंसीडर 2 skip this 2 value, means it will be the x3 to x0. Okay, here it will be x3 minus x0, and then after next is the x4 x1 to x4, so here it is x4 minus x2. clear? और फोर्थ में 3 का गैप रखना है, मीन्स skip this 3 between value. okay, x1 x2 x3 को skip करना है, and difference will be considered x4 minus x0. clear? So is it clear to all this table? Is there any doubt, any questions? Yeah, is it clear to all this formula and this table? क्योंकि ये सबसे अलग है, ठीक है, ये टेबल सबसे अलग है. इन दिस फॉरवर्ड एंड बैकवर्ड वी जस्ट कंसीडर डिफरेंस ऑफ y. क्लियर? In Lagrange, there is one unique formula that, but right now this unique table for this divided difference, clear? Newton divided difference, Newton divided difference, ठीक है, मीन्स डिवाइड में भी डिफरेंस आपको यूज करना है, ठीक है, किसका यूज करना है, x की वैल्यू का. दैट इज मीनिंग ऑफ दिस. क्लियर? तो पहले टेबल प्रिपेयर होगा कोई भी क्वेश्चंस में, ठीक है, and then after which unknown value is given, which intermediate value are given in this question, that is our x. ये हमारा x होगा, ठीक है, and write first formula. You can use this notation also, okay, in place of x0 x1 notation, x0 x1 x2 notation. You can use a1 a2 a3 a4. okay, means the this first value of each column that will consider in this formula, that is a1, that is second difference is a2, third difference is a3, and fourth difference is a4. okay, so that will involve in this formula, and then after will derive the answer. okay, then we can derive the answer. तो सबको समझ में आ गया टेबल? इज देयर एनी क्वेरी, एनी डाउट? कृष्णा, कुलदीप, कुंज कुमार, चिराग, पूजा, प्रदीप. Pradeep, can you hear me? Pradeep Gurjar. Yes, Pradeep, मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Pradeep, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, so example related to this topic we'll discuss in the next lecture. Okay, you just take the screenshot of this difference table. Okay, and just check it 2 times, means you just verify this each and every value, how we can predict that. Okay, and which value we'll consider in this formula. So just take the screenshot of this table. Okay, and practice it, how we can predict a1, how we can predict a2 a3, b1 b2 b3, okay, c1 c2 and d, how we can predict. Just practice it, only this table. Okay, not any example. How we can predict a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 a3 b3 c3 and so on. And here it's one correction. Okay, that is the a3. okay, difference of a3, and remaining are as it is. Okay, here it is the x3, that is one correct. Clear? So just take the screenshot of this difference table and practice it this each difference, okay, by yours. Okay, so we'll keep up to this and we'll solve example related to this method in this next lecture.